Hello everyone, welcome back. We got another game review video here to discuss. Looking at the games that happened over on Thursday and Friday, looking at the games that happened over the weekend, and we'll look at some of the standings as all the races are tightening up, heading into the last stretch before the playoffs. So we'll do all that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Internet Hockey Channel. Before we begin this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you for all your support on the videos with all of you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below so I can discuss today's video. Now, as usual, I'm going to start today's video off by discussing a couple of game reviews from the past couple of days. We had a lot of interesting games over the past couple of days. There were 9 games on Thursday. There were 6 games yesterday on Friday, so to all those here. First, the Florida Panthers came out firing on all cylinders and destroyed the Ottawa Senators 6-0 as they improved to 48-24-5, while the Senators have lost back-to-back games and fall 33-38-4. Snuckers up there for Ottawa. For the Panthers, Kachuk had a 3-point with a goal and 2 assists. Cousins, Reinhart, Bennett all had a goal and an assist. Barkov and Lewis Ryan both had 2 assists, and Lindell and Kliakov both also scored for the Panthers in the win, while Bobrovsky stopped all 30 shots he faced in the shutout and the victory. So very good stuff there for Florida. Very complete effort against Ottawa. Then we saw the Boston Bruins jump out to a 3-goal lead and held on to beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1, as they've won 3 straight and improved to 45-17-15, while the Carolina Hurricanes have fallen to 47-22-7. Snuggers are there for Carolina. Pastrnak and Heinen both had a goal and an assist. Zaka had 2 assists, and Lindholm and Marchand both also scored for the Bruins in the win, while Gensel's lone goal scored for the Hurricanes in the loss. So bad loss there for Carolina. Then we saw the New York Islanders blow a couple of leads, but scored twice in the third and down the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-2, as they have won 3 straight and 4-5 and improved to 34-27-15, while the Jackets have lost 5-7 and they fall to 25-39-12 in the season. So Nuggets out there for Columbus. Palmieri had a goal and an assist. Barzal and Romanov both had 2 assists, and Dobson, Engvall, and Horvat also scored for the Islanders in the win, while Marchenko had a goal and an assist, and Voronkov also scored for the Jackets in the loss. So bad loss there for the Jackets. And a really big, interesting game. We saw the Pittsburgh Penguins jump out to a 3-goal lead, including a goal right here. Remember, all Sportsnet, but this was Ryan Shea's first career NHL goal, which started the scoring off. Very good stuff for Shea, but it did help the Penguins wind up getting a 4-1 victory over Washington. The Penguins have now won 3 straight and 7-game point streak, and they improved to 35-30-11, while the Capitals have lost 4 straight and fall 36-29-10. So I'm going to sit there for Washington. For the Penguins, Eller had a goal and an assist. Letang and Smith both had 2 assists, and Shea, who scored first career NHL goal. Bunting and Joseph also scored for the Penguins in the win, while Ovechkin's lone goal scored for Capitals in the loss. So bad loss there for Washington as they lose ground in the wildcard race. Then we saw the Tampa Bay Lightning score 4 straight goals and beat the Montreal Canadiens 7-4, as they have won 5-6 and they improved to 43-26-7, while the Canadiens now fall into 29-34-12. So I could sit there for Montreal. For the Lightning, Stamkos had 2 goals and an assist, and Kucherov had a goal and 2 assists. Both had 3-point nights. Paul scored twice. Iceman had a goal and an assist. Poincarelli both had 2 assists, and Hagel also scored for the Lightning in the win, while Armia scored twice. Slavkovsky had a goal and an assist. Gallagher and New York both had 2 assists, and Caulfield also scored for Canadians to win. So high scoring affair, but the Bolts do come away on top. Then we saw Colorado Avalanche grab a 2-goal lead and held on to beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2, as they have won 11-14, improved to 48-22-6, while the Wild have lost 4 of 6 and they fall to 36-30-9. Snuckers are there for Minnesota. Duran had 2 goals and an assist, and McKinnon had a goal and 2 assists, both had 3-point nights. Lehkonen and Rannon both also scored for the Avalanche in the win, and Chisholm and Lettieri were 2 goal scorers for the Wild and lost. So bad loss there. There's the Nashville Predators scored 3 straight goals en route to a 6-3 victory over the St. Louis Blues, as they've ended their 3-game losing streak and improved to 44-28-4, while the Blues have now lost 3 of 4 and fall 40-32-4. Snuckers out there for St. Louis. Forrest Rico had 2 goals and an assist. Nyquist had 3 assists, both at 3-point nights. O'Reilly had 2 assists, and Jankowski, Bouvillier, McCarron, and Yossi all also scored for the Predators in the win, while Falk had 2 assists, and Saad, Neighbors, and Kyra were 3 goal scorers for the Blues in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Blues. That's basically why I just kicked them out of the playoffs. Then we saw the Winnipeg Jets break a 2-all tie and wound up beating the Calgary Flames 5-2, as they've won back-to-back games and improved to 46-24-6, and with that win we're officially in the playoffs, while the Flames have now lost 7 of 8, dropped to 34-36-5, and with that loss have been officially eliminated from playoffs. So bad stuff there for the Calgary, but really good stuff there for Winnipeg. Velarde had a hat-trick in this game, including this hat-trick goal here in Sportsnet, but Velarde had a fantastic game, including getting the hat-trick, so very good stuff there for the Jets. So Velarde has a hat-trick, Patrick. Ehlers had a goal and an assist. Morrissey had 2 assists, and Toffoli also scored for the Jets in the win, while Uyghur had a goal and an assist, and Yermanov also scored for Flames in the loss. So a bad loss there for Calgary. Then we saw the LA Kings jump out to an early 2-goal lead and beat the San Jose Sharks 2-1, as they have won 6 of 9 and improved to 40-25-11, while the Sharks have lost 11 of 12 and they fell 17-50-8. Snuggers up there for San Jose. Thomas scored his first career NHL goal, and Kempe were 2 goal scorers for the Kings in the win, while Costin was the lone goal scorer for the Sharks in the loss. So bad loss there for the San Jose. Those were 9 games that happened over on Thursday, going over to 6 games that happened yesterday on Friday. First, Buffalo jumped out to an early 2-goal lead, and they were able to beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-2, as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 37-35-5, keeping their still in playoff hopes alive, while Flyers now lost 6 straight and fall to 36-30-11. For the Sabres, Quinn scored twice, Thompson had a goal and an assist, Benson had 2 assists, and Dahlin also scored for the Sabres in the win, while Tippett had a goal and an assist, and Cates also scored for the Flyers in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Flyers. Then we saw Washington Capitals get out to an early 2-0 lead, but would surrender 4 straight goals, including a late game winner for the Carolina Hurricanes, as they were able to come back and beat the Capitals 4-2, as the Carolina Hurricanes have won 3 of 4 and improved to 48-22-7, while the Capitals have now lost 5 straight and fall 36-30-10. Snuggers up there for Washington. For the Carolina Hurricanes, Gensel had 3.8 with 2 goals and 8 assists. Slavin had 2 assists, and Aho and Natchez also scored for Hurricanes in the win, while Ovechkin scored twice and Strome had 2 assists for the Capitals and loss. So a bad loss there for Washington. Then we saw another team in the wildcard race lose, as the Rangers were able to blow a few leads but recovered and beat the Red Wings 4-3, as they've won 7 of 8 and improved to 52-21-4, while the Red Wings have now lost 5 of 6 and fall 37-31-8. Snuggers stood there for Detroit. Gaudreau scored twice. VC and Brzezinski both had 2 assists, and Kreider and Cooley both also scored for Rangers in the win, while Perron had 2 assists, and Larkin, Comfer, and Kopp were 3 goal scorers for Red Wings in the loss. So a good impressive win there for the Rangers to extend their lead for the Metro Division. Then we saw the Edmonton Oilers make a statement, destroying the Colorado Avalanche 6-2, as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 46-24-5, and the Avalanche now lost 4 of 6 and fell 48-23-6. Snuggers are there for Colorado. For the Oilers, Kane and McDavid both scored twice. Ekholm had a goal and an assist. Boucher, McLeod, Draisaitl, and Ceci all had 2 assists, and Perry also scored for the Oilers in the win, while Jordan and Colton were 2 goal scorers for the Avalanche in the loss. So a bad loss there for Colorado. Then we saw the Seattle Kraken, for the 3rd time in the last 2 weeks, beat the Anaheim Ducks, this time 3-1, as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 32-31-13, while the Ducks have dropped to 24-48-4 and have lost 13 of 15. Snuggers right there for Anaheim. Wright had a 3-point night with 2 goals and 8 assists. Bjorkstrand had 2 assists, and Beniers also scored for a Kraken in the win, while Carlson was a lone goal scorer for Ducks in the loss. So a bad loss there for Anaheim. But it was an even worse loss for Vegas Golden Knights. They were up 4-1 entering the 3rd period. They'll give up 6 goals in the 3rd period and fall to the Arizona Coyotes 7-4, as the Coyotes have won 3 of 5 and improved to 32-39-5. Huge goal there for the Coyotes, including this eventual game winner here from Marco Carcioni on Local Square Sports. And but Carcioni was able to get the eventual game winner that put the Coyotes up 5-4 late in the game. So very good stuff there for Arizona. Well, the Golden Knights 7-game point streak ends and they fall to 42-26-8. So very bad stuff there for the Golden Knights. For the Coyotes, Carcioni scored twice. Clifford had a goal and an assist. Keller and Schmaltz had 2 assists, and Bukestad, Doan, Cooley, and Brown also scored for the Coyotes in the win, while Carlson had a goal and an assist. Theodore had 2 assists, and Eichel and Stevenson and Mantha also scored for the Golden Knights in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Golden Knights. Those were the 6 games that happened yesterday. So lots of interesting games that happened over the past couple of days. Lots of interesting games that happened over on Thursday. Lots of interesting games that happened today on Friday. Going over to a quick game preview here for the next couple of days of game action. As of the recording of this video, the Tampa Bay Lightning had just gone started against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins can tie a playoff spot with a win today. Meanwhile, for the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're trying to catch up to Toronto, now having clinched a playoff spot. So that's going to be an interesting game. Then 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, there are 2 games, including the Panthers taking on the Bruins. Panthers are going to try and catch the Bruins in the top spot in the Atlantic. Bruins trying to extend their lead for the top spot in the Atlantic and basically put it out of reach. It's also 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Stars take on the Blackhawks. Stars trying to keep ahead of the Avalanche. Blackhawks trying to play spoilers. They've been eliminated. Then at 1 p.m. Pacific time, the Jets take on the Wild. Wild looking to keep their extremely slim playoff hopes alive, taking on the Winnipeg Jets team is trying to keep ahead of Nashville and trying to keep up with Colorado in the Central Division. 3 p.m. Pacific time, the Blues look to try and keep their playoff hopes alive, looking to exact a bit of revenge after last week's loss to them, taking on the San Jose Sharks, who have been eliminated. Then at 4 p.m. Pacific time, there are 3 games. The Philadelphia Flyers look to try and stay in the playoff spot, take on the Columbus Blue Jackets team, who's trying to play spoilers. They've been eliminated. The Toronto Maple Leafs play Montreal Canadiens. Canadiens have been eliminated, so they were trying to play spoiler, take on our Toronto Maple Leafs team, was clinched a playoff spot, but was trying to keep ahead of Tampa. And then also at 4 p.m. Pacific time, the Devils look to try and keep their slim playoff hopes alive, taking on the Senators team, trying to avoid elimination. At 4:30 p.m. Pacific Pacific time, the Predators take on the Islanders. Islanders trying to keep their playoff hopes alive and keeping a playoff spot, taking on a Predators team trying to clinch a playoff spot today. And then at 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Calgary Flames. Oilers looking for back-to-back wins and to extend their lead for second in Pacific even further. Taking on a Flames team has been eliminated. And then the Kings are just trying to get closer to clinching a playoff spot, taking on Vancouver Canucks team, who's trying to keep ahead of the Oilers for top spot in the Pacific Division. So lots of interesting games happen later today. Tomorrow there are 9 games. At 10 a.m. Pacific time, the Buffalo Sabres are trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, taking on the Detroit Red Wings team trying to get back in a playoff spot. At 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Wild look to try and keep their slim playoff hopes alive, taking on an eliminated Blackhawks team. At 2 p.m. Pacific time, you have the Blue Jackets taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes looking to try and catch the Rangers for top spot in the Metro. Jackets looking to try and play spoilers. They've been eliminated. Then you have the eliminated Coyotes playing the eliminated Sharks. Then you have the Ottawa Senators, who could also still try to be staving off elimination, taking on the Washington Capitals team, who's trying to stay in a playoff spot. Then at 4 p.m. Pacific time, you have the Devils looking to keep their slim playoff hopes alive, taking on a Predators team who's trying to basically isolate themselves of a first wildcard position. Also at 4 p.m. Pacific time, you have the Canadiens taking on the Rangers. Canadiens looking to try and play spoilers. They've been eliminated. Rangers looking to try and extend their lead for top spot in the Metro. Then the eliminated Ducks play the St. Louis Blues as the Blues are trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. And they have a huge matchup at 7 p.m. Pacific time at night as the Stars take on the Avalanche. Both teams looking to try and get ahead for top spot in the Central Division. So there's going to be some interesting games. And then on Monday, there are only 2 games of NHL action. The Pittsburgh Penguins look to try and keep their playoff hopes alive and potentially keeping a playoff spot, taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs team, who's trying to keep out Tampa at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Golden Knights look to try and keep ahead of the LA Kings for third spot in the Pacific Division and look to try and catch up to the Edmonton Oilers, taking on a Vancouver Canucks team, who's trying to improve and keep a top spot in the Pacific Division. So there's going to be some interesting games to happen over the next couple of days. And lastly here, going over to a quick look here at the standings as of April 6th, 2024. So as it sits right now, the Boston Bruins are at 105 points, lead the Atlantic and have clinched a playoff spot. They're followed by 101 point Florida, who is second in the Atlantic and has clinched a playoff spot, and 95 point Toronto, who is third in the Atlantic and has clinched a playoff spot. Then you have 108 point New York Rangers, who are first in the Metro and have clinched a playoff spot, and 103 point Carolina, who is second in the Metro and clinched a playoff spot. And then third in the Metro is currently the 83 point New York Islanders. The 93 point Tampa is first wild card. They've clinched a playoff spot. They're followed by 83 point Philly, who's second wild card. And then out of the playoffs right now is 82 point Washington, 82 point Detroit, 81 point Pittsburgh, 79 point Buffalo, 76 point New Jersey, 70 point Ottawa, and eliminating Montreal and Columbus. And those are teams that are also looking right now in the East. Meanwhile, in the Western Conference, we have 105 point Dallas leading the Central Division and have clinched a playoff spot, followed by 102 point Colorado, who's second in the Central and has also clinched a playoff spot, and 98 point Winnipeg, who's also clinched a playoff spot, third in the Central. Then you have 102 point Vancouver, who's top spot in the Pacific Division and has clinched a playoff spot, followed by 97 point Edmonton, who has also clinched a playoff spot, and 92 point Vegas. Then you have 92 point Nashville, 91 point LA, also in the wildcard spots, and they're followed by 84 point St. Louis, 81 point Minnesota, and eliminated Seattle, Calgary, Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, and San Jose. And those are teams also looking right now in the Western Conference. So really interesting standings updates. Interesting to see that the Stars still have the lead for top spot in the Central, that the Canucks currently have a 5-point lead for top spot in the Pacific over the Oilers. Interesting to see that the West is probably set with the 8 teams who are in the playoffs right now. Interesting to see that Bruins have a pretty big lead for top spot in this Atlantic over Florida. Same thing with New York over Carolina. Interesting to see that Tampa and Toronto are only a couple points apart of each other, and that Eastern Conference playoff race is extremely interesting. You have Islanders at 83, Flyers at 83, Caps and Wings at 82, Penguins at 81, and even don't count out the Buffalo Sabres, who are at 79 points right now. So definitely lots of interesting stuff there. But that's all we're talking about for today. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of that down in the comment section below. What do you think about this? What do you think about the games that happened over the past couple days? Any of the games intrigue you over on Thursday or over on Friday? Looking forward to any games to happen later today or tomorrow or on Monday. And what do you think about the standings? Is there anything that jumps out to you as a bit of a surprise? Definitely. Let's hear your guys' thoughts on all that down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk for today. Remember to like this video. If you're to subscribe down below. Thank you for all your support, and I'm going to all of you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below, and don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below. I also do a blog talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that. So if you can check that out, leave it in the description below. And can't see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.